In this video, we're going to work on a multiplication problem, and we're going to use the distributive property of multiplication to figure it out. So we have a problem here that says find the product using the distributive property of multiplication, 3 times 582. So what even is the distributive property of multiplication? So we need to use Step one is to use that property to find the multiplication, but what is it exactly? So let's review how it works. So if we have something like this, 2 times 5 plus 3, the way to solve that is you multiply 2 times 5 first, then add 2 times 3. Okay? So that's all that distributive property is. It's just multiplying the 2 into the bracket. So 2 times 5 and then add 2 times 3. That's all there is to it. So now what we can do is write 582 in expanded form. And how do you do that? So I have some other videos that I did. You should be able to find them in the description below if you need a refresher. Okay, so let's write 582 in expanded form. So here's 582, and we know the 5 is in the hundreds, the 8 is in the tens, and the 2 is in the ones. Everything always comes back to place value. So if we break down this number into expanded form, it'll be 500 plus 80 plus 2. So now you can use the distributive property to do the calculation. So what you would do is you multiply 3 into 500, then 3 into 80, then 3 into 2. So let's do that. So 3 times 500, so you multiply the 3 into the 500 plus, and then it becomes 3 times 80, 3 times 80 plus, and then finally you have 3 times 2. 3 times 2. So then you find each product. We know that 3 times 500 is 1,500. We know that 3 times 80 is 240, and we know 3 times 2 is 6. And don't worry, you can just use a calculator to calculate these numbers. You don't have to do it in your head. If you know how to do it, that's great. But that's all there is to it, and then you add up the numbers, and finally you add, and the answer is 1,746. And don't worry if you don't understand this right away, just rewatch the video and you'll be able to get it after 1 or 2 times.